So what time is it now?
8:45.
8:45.
Yeah, woke up at 5:50 this morning so that we could basically go pick up a car in McMinnville, which normally only takes an hour and 5 minutes to get to, but every time I do it takes an hour and a half because there's that guy in front of you that decides to drive 10 miles an hour less than the speed limit the whole way and there was literally probably 100 cars and I was car 4. And I'm truck and trailer, so I can't really pass anybody.
Yeah.
And then you go and it turns into 2 lanes for a mile, and the person speeds up to the point where I'm just going 70, you couldn't even pass them. You know, it's just very disappointing that people are so have such poor brain function that they can't understand what's going on around them all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I got here a little bit late. We're supposed to fill the K-Truck up. K-Truck wouldn't start. Aaron went ahead and fired that up, fixed that. So I think we're good now just for a short-term fix that'll end up being a long-term fix because it works.
Yeah. It's a K-Truck, so.
And yeah, we start class at 9, so the student just got here. We're getting him signed in, and yeah, we're pretty much all prepped.
Cool.
It's going to be a private day, so it's just me and the student working together. And I'm about to go run out there and set some cones up and clear up the track a little bit and get everything ready.
Awesome.
So we just got the student in the car, and we send them out for a couple warm-up laps. So basically what they do is he's just going out and checking the track out, seeing what's going on, and it's more of a mental thing where they can go out and do a few laps in the car and get a little bit comfortable of the surroundings rather than just throwing them in a car randomly and telling them to rip the handbrake and start doing some donuts. So I kind of let them go out, and I let them kind of freestyle it, you know. I say, I want to see a couple handbrake pulls. I don't even tell him to drift, right? But I see his confidence in what he's doing, right? He's already kind of handbraked a little bit, drifted a couple turns. You know, he's not actually drifting yet, but I see that his process is there already, so we'll have something to work with. A lot of times people just drive around aimlessly. Then I get some people that think they're rock stars and they blow off in turn 1 first try. So he's like the good balance of that right now.
Cool. Oh. What are we working on right now?
We're going the other direction with the J turn.
Okay.
And this is just basically going to set him up for each turn that we work on later today.
Cool.
So I really hammer this into people because if you move on too early for something like this, then it makes the next steps way harder. That was perfect. That was like 100%. I had 0 to yeah, let's see 2 or 3 more of those. If you nail it, just come spin around. stay on the outside of the track the whole time. Just want to kind of draw a straight line. Pull the handbrake in these cones, hold it. It's going to feel like a very long time, even longer than the last one, because it is like about 40 feet by the time you're done. And then you pick up the throttle, and I want you to look at the gas. Don't look over there. Don't look at that tree over there. Or buildings. Just once you get on the throttle, just focus on that throttle all the way through. We're scooting on through the day. It's raining a little bit. Look at this one. Yeah, buttery smooth.
Nice.
Woo! Look at that, dude.
Yeah.
He's better at the gas pedal than I am. I normally just floor it all the time. So at the end of every day, I take the student for a full lap drift so they can see like the capability of what goes on. I obviously do it because I want them to come back and learn some more, but also it's good to put some smiles on some face and give them some memories the last part of the class. You know? That concludes your day. Well, I know you arrived today. So if you want to go in the passenger seat, I will take you for a shred lap.
How was that?
It was freaking amazing, man. You guys so aggressive, like you don't expect that.
Oh, yeah.
And I've never ever been in someone's car with somebody drifting, so to have that is like a privilege. That was amazing.
Yeah, man. Sick.
Yeah, awesome, man. Good luck, dude. Yep. All these. This is our little shop for maintaining the cars. It works great because it keeps everything dry and has enough room for lift. And we're normally only doing simple service items, nut bolt checks, and like we'll do clutches and some other stuff, diff, swap, things like that. But when we build a car, we build it back at the house. And if we got to do a motor swap, it's way easier to do it at the shop with the forklift and all that.
All right, so nut and bolt check.
Yeah, so when we're done each day, we give the car a once over to make sure the student didn't cause any damage and whatnot. And then we have some things that are like billable damages that are obviously caused by the student. And then after the day, we go over and nut and bolt check the entire car. That way we know when we go back the next time, we give it to a new student, the car is refreshed. We know all the little wearable items. I'll take note of things if they're starting to have wearing issues. You know, we get a chance to look over the brake pads, all the bushings and all that stuff, and basically that allows us to be able to say like, hey, we have 5 more classes, and then we have to put rear brake pads on this. So we got that stuff down to a science pretty much. Also, like when you nut and bolt check your car all the time, things like almost never fail because they never come loose or have any issues. So obviously you guys know I'm into nut and bolt checking everything, but we just do a reset after each student for safety and to keep the cars running.
Cool.
So yeah, that was kind of a day, what it's like at the school. Yeah, I got up at 5:30 and we're gonna leave here at 1:30, so it's all in a day's work. Still gonna get home and beat traffic. It's gonna be a little while. Yeah, guy had some pretty good skills. He had never drifted before ever. He was actually super concerned about it and emailed us like at the end of every email. He was like, "This is the first time. I'm a mega beginner." And but he was drifting at least a single turn by the end of the 3-hour day.
Yeah, he seemed pretty stoked on it.
I think in the next hour he would have got the transition down pretty good. But
Yeah.
the big thing is like he can go drive something at any track now and understand the basics of getting into every turn. And that's the big thing, like it's being able to get somebody confident entering the turn, because the rest of it's really not that difficult to just get through the track, you know. So, sweet.
Cool.
See you guys.
Later.
If you'd like an opportunity to come out and drive with Chelsea DeNofa in one of these cool E36s, check out the schoolofdrift.org. The website has a ton of information on it, scheduling, has details on the cars, has a bunch of stuff. Go check it out, and hopefully see you out here next time.